Today we will learn two methods that can be used to convert a fraction to a percentage. You actually already learned one method in class, so we're going to review that method one, and then you're going to learn a second method that will work no matter what number is in your denominator. We're going to practice both methods by taking a look at this example. You don't have to take any notes right now. You can sit a pencil down and just soak in method one and method two as I show it to you the first time through. Mr. Goldberg has painted 3/4 of a wall. What percentage of the wall has he painted? Well, to convert this into a percentage, method one is to find an equivalent fraction. So I'm going to change 3/4 into a fraction out of 100, and we know that the percentage symbol literally means out of 100. So I'm going to rewrite this fraction as 75/100 by multiplying my numerator and my denominator by 25. Now that I have it out of 100, we can write it as a percentage because we know that 100 in the denominator literally means out of 100, and so does the percentage symbol. So now I can write 75%. Now let's take a look at the second method. This one will be new. We can convert any fraction into a percentage by multiplying by one whole, or 100%. One whole is 100%. Remember, since the percentage sign means out of 100, 100% literally means 100 out of 100. And if we take a look at the example here, 3/4 of 100% is still going to be 3/4. Let's think about that a little bit more. Look at the picture of the fence. 100%, if I'm referring to the image here, means the whole fence, right? 3/4 of 100%, or 3/4 of the whole fence, is 3/4. Just like when we multiply any number times one whole, the number remains the same, right? 7 times 1 equals 7. So 7 times 100% equals 7. It's just like multiplying by one whole. So to change 3/4 into a percentage using this method, I'm going to multiply by 100. The percentage sign is my label. Just like if you were to find 3/4 of $100, it would be labeled dollars. In this case, we're talking about a percentage, so it's labeled with the percentage symbol. But I can now solve just like I would with any other number and its label. Pretend it was 100 centimeters or $100 or 100 kilograms. We would know that when we answer the problem, that we're just going to end up having it be labeled with that same label. So I'm going to write the percentage symbol down. I can now look at 100% like a whole number. I can put a 1 in the denominator. The same thing that I would do if I were finding 3/4 of $100. I could now solve. I'd put a 1 in the denominator, or just know in my mind that the 100 is in the numerator. Now I can cross cancel. 4 and 100 can both be divided by 4. I'll multiply my numerators and get 75 and multiply my denominators and get 1. We know that a 1 in the denominator means that it's just a whole number with what's in the numerator. So 75 over 1 is the same as 75. And because it's labeled with a percentage, it's automatically a percentage when we solve it this way. So I solve by multiplying times 100% and converting the fraction to a percentage. This is the one I want you to copy into your notebook. Please fill in the following in your notebook. Express 7 out of 25 as a percentage. I'm going to show you with method 1 and with method 2. Write down both methods. To begin, I'm going to write my fraction. I'm asked to express 7 out of 25 as a percentage, so I'm going to write 7 out of 25, and I'm going to create an equivalent fraction because I'm solving with method 1. I'm going to turn my denominator into 100, and I can do so by multiplying times 4. I need to do the same thing to my numerator. I get 28. 28 out of 100 is 28%. This is the method that we're familiar with and that we've practiced already in class. Now let's try method 2, the new method, where we multiply by one whole, or 100%. I'm going to copy down my fraction again that I want to convert into a percentage. But this time I'm going to multiply it times 100%. Remember, since I'm multiplying times a percentage, that's my label, my answer is going to be in a percentage. And now I can solve. I'm going to look to cross cancel, which I can do by dividing by 25. And I can multiply my numerators and denominators. And since I have a 1 in my denominator, I know that it is 28%. And I got the same answer. I want you to practice 3 problems in your notebook using method 2, please. So copy the following problems down and show your work.